Today is kind of a update vlog because I haven't posted a video in a long while, so I thought I'd just kind of take you with me on some of the behind the scenes photo shoot stuff and also update you on kind of what's been going on, because I feel like it's been almost a year since I posted a video. So just shot some photos over here. I'll pop them up on screen and thought they turned out pretty nicely. Welcome to the vlog. Alright, so unfortunately that trail was not as nice as I remember it being, so we're actually going to try somewhere else. Wish I had tried getting some shots at the first trail I was at. Don't know why I didn't. I think I just wasn't in the right headspace. And now that I've kind of been moving around, here I am in the regret stage. So we press on. I did a terrible job filming any of that, but I did get some good shots. It was quite better that I wasn't filming because, you know, so many people just walking by being like, see anything good when the camera's aimed at me. Look, when you're wearing the product that you're trying to do a photo of, well, you're supposed to answer that other than it's a product photo. It's not what you think. But anyway, we'll see how those turn out. Thought they turned out okay. Unfortunately, I had to pull out the remote shoot app, which I don't love doing when like I'm an arm's length away, but my camera won't focus correctly. But anyway, I've been at this since about 10 a.m. It's about almost 3. I'm gonna head home, knock out the rest of the photos, and then we'll actually dive into everything that's been going on, because it's not great. Alright, I'm gonna have to ask y'all to pretend like this was definitely all shot on the same day and that I just got back from Hobby Lobby to get some props for this photo I need to shoot, when in actuality that is not the case. Which ironically kind of gets into some of what I want to talk about. So let's get into shooting some photos and we'll dive into that as well. I have the Pete's Pirate Life V8 coin with the kind of sand looking whatever. And then I have a coin from Pete's friend, Little King Goods. And this says ransomed by the king. And I had this idea around Easter to kind of do like an Easter photo, and I was gonna hope to get it released by then. That didn't happen. But anyway, that's why we picked up this kind of like rope for some texture, as well as a thing that was supposed to kind of resemble kind of Crown of Thorns-esque to go with the theme of ransomed by the king. And yeah, that's kind of what we're working with. So we're gonna figure out a layout for that, and then we're gonna get a couple close-up shots of some details of this jacket that I got some photos of last week. For this photo, I'm kind of thinking either like a dark background or one of these wood textures, probably, well, maybe. But anyway, while I'm deciding on this, some of why I haven't been posting any photos or videos lately is that I was laid off. Not at any fault of my own, but just some things going on with the company. But in a weird way, I feel good about it. And that's a little bit in part because it was like my dream job that I was going into, but over time it kind of became not. This could maybe be a contender. I've used this a lot though. But over time it just kind of, is that the only reason it was, aw. But over time the stress just kind of built up and I just didn't know what to think, and I didn't want to leave because my boss was someone I knew, and I didn't really know how to move forward until the business had some financial issues and I had to be let go. So I've kind of been dealing with the stresses of that, and that's why I haven't been making as much content as I would like to be. I mean, heck, making this video that you're watching right now, I've put it off for like 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe. I kind of want to show you what I'm working with here. So we have this kind of dead center. We have our crown and the rope to kind of be our nails, if you will. And this really cheap cardstock, which I love having and is a super cheap tool that you can buy from Walmart for like less than $5. And it does a world of wonders. In fact, you can even get like 2 of these, and then you can Photoshop out the seam and no one will know the difference. And maybe this is just a side benefit, but once these start getting kind of beat up a little bit, kind of adds some texture to your photo, which is kind of an added plus. Like, what I love getting out of a photo is aspects that the viewer can feel and do so with their mind. Like, I want someone to be able to look at a photo and know exactly what it feels like and not like wonder. Like, they need to be able to know immediately. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay one of these kind of diagonally underneath and then use the other one vertically just to hide a little bit of what's back there. So I could have moved my camera, but getting close like this, I guess, sounded more fun. Yup, choices were made. Now that I got that all standing up on its own, I want to briefly go back to the topic at hand. Not only was work becoming stressful in a way that I could not have anticipated, when your hobby turned job becomes your job, the burnout is real, and I just found it really hard to want to do my job as my hobby. Like, I'm sitting on like 12 different YouTube videos, as well as a handful of other pieces of content, and I just haven't had the energy to make it. And not to mention that when you almost know a little too much, you start worrying if the ideas you have are actually worth making. And so just all the layers of everything is really why I just have not been making content. And I want so badly to get back into this in a way that feels like I want to do it and I'm not forcing myself to do it. When you feel forced, it makes the experience worse. And I think that's what a lot of what I had to do for work, but it was in a way that just was no longer fun. And I want to feel the joy of creating again. And while this is more or less forcing myself, sometimes the best way to kind of get back into things is to just jump back in and do it. It may take a while to rediscover the process or to rediscover why you originally started, but you'll get there. I've been listening to a lot of Steven Stanley lately. Has an entire album about trust, and so I'm really learning to just trust the process in a lot of ways. This isn't a sponsored video and I have no affiliation with him. I just love his music, and I might link something to his new album down in the description if you want to go check it out. Been a wild ride. Oh, I was supposed to mount that. I was talking, whoopsie, hold on. I decided to get proper nails and this is so overexposed, oh my gosh. Ah, no. I decided this photo was way too important to me to not do the photo justice and do it right. So I know I just said sometimes you gotta use what you have, but sometimes spending $10 to do it right and not use AI is well worth it. All right, so I got the masonry nails, and then I thought these look way too clean and shiny for the vibe I'm going for, so I wanted to try to rust them a little bit, and I had a tiny bit of success. Got like the tiniest bit on there, some chemical stuff, but didn't have the right, so
I was impatient and I got a tiny bit of rust on there, but it works for the photo and it just looked so much better. Here it is, and I think I'm glad I went the extra mile to get these masonry nails because it just encapsulates the idea so much better than before. Just need to do a couple photos with the coin slip and everything else. Honestly, I think I'm gonna end the video here because I just wanna get these photos shot and not worry about filming it. Just wanted to give a brief little update about where I've been and what I've been up to. I have more videos in the works. Hopefully I get to those here in the very, very near future. So anyway, if you like this video, click all the buttons, hit the subscribe button, which should probably be glowing or something. Subscribe! Subscribe! Did it do it? You should comment below if it glowed. Anyway, thanks for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!